All right, folks, today we are coming to you from our Hankster's Hot Rods location in our Homer City, Pennsylvania showroom here. And again, we're going to be going over another vehicle yet new to our inventory. Now this one, although it be a little bit out of our realm of the classic collectible muscle cars per se, it is still a classic in its own right. And this is a 1984, the X31 body styled Datsun 300ZX. This car is all the original paint, the original color, which is wine metallic is what they called this color back in 1984. This car has not been restored. It is what we would consider a very good condition survivor type car for this period of car. So as we walk our way around this car, just kind of take notice of everything. All of your panels and everything are the fit is very, very nice in this car. But as we walk around, we'll see a little bit of the, the wear and tear from the ages. It is a true actual mileage car. So when you see the mileage on our website there in the advertisement for it, that is the actual miles for this car. Again, everything is all original to it. Nothing really has been changed on it. So we'll walk around, show you exactly what we have here. And then we'll get it up on our lift and show you the underside too. So like I said, wine metallic on the outside. Most of your trim work, moldings and so forth on this car are going to be done in the black. So as you'll see the wheel lip moldings, they're all done in the black. Your bumpers around those, you're going to see all of that black. The side moldings down the side of the body here, those are all done in black, and they're all in really good shape on this car. The wheels and tires, these wheels are really, really nice on this particular car. These are Motorsport technology, MT10, kind of the two-piece style wheel there, the gold with the machined outers. Looks very super nice on this car. 17-inch wheel. They do have the Datsun center caps on them. And then for tires, on all four corners, we've got 245/40 ZR17 tires, and the rubber is in excellent condition on these tires. Of course, we've got the gold, kind of the tricolor gold and the silver pinstriping here. You do see the turbo up here too for the decals, and in fact this car does have a motor that is equipped with the turbo there. Also you can see the side windows, not just the door glass, but you'll see these I guess you wouldn't call them like quarter windows back here. Everything is all tinted, even the hatch window and your T-tops, which is a nice feature on this car. Those are all tinted. We're going to open our door up. We're going to take a look at the interior, which, keep notice of how nice this is inside too. Now this is what they called the red cloth interior for this vehicle. As you can see, most of these cars you would expect for this upholstery to be a little faded. This is not. And the reason being is your T-tops here do have what they call the T-top liners underneath, which does not let the light come through and bleach out any of your interior. So again, the interior is in excellent condition in this car. If you look at the dash, your dash does not show any cracks or wear and tear on it. If we look at the center console there, no wear and tear there. It looks great. Automatic console shifter in there, and it does have the automatic with the overdrive in it, and it is a push button overdrive, so kind of like an electronic overdrive there. You'll also see in your center console you've got controls so that you can operate both mirrors. You've got controls for a headlight like washer and wiper, and then you also have a shock absorber adjustment controller there also. So you can kind of dial it in, for whatever type of driving you might be doing with this car. It does have cruise control. Those are all the original gauges in the dash. The original like climate control, your heat and air unit, but it does have an aftermarket AM, FM, I believe CD player in that as well. But again, carpeting, upholstery for a two-seater car with the T-tops, this thing looks fantastic inside. You even have your controls up here for your mirror on the driver's side, as well as your power windows there and door locks as well. We'll close this up. We'll walk around now here. Actually, before I do, I'm going to pop the rear hatch. The actual popper for it is inside. We're just going to lift up on this. We hear it click back there, and then we'll get to it as soon as we get there. So again, as we walk around, it looks like we do have a power antenna on it. Again, the tail section of the car looks to be in great shape. Those taillight assemblies, really nice. No chips or cracks in those. Of course, you see that 300ZX in your trim work between your taillight assemblies here. You do have that hatch spoiler. Like I said, you do have the tinted rear glass in the hatch, and you can tell it is a rear defrost also. You've got your heating lines there, also your wiper for that hatch also. As far as the bumper goes, the bumper's in good shape. There's no cracks or anything in the bumper, although when you get up close to it and you look at the paint, like I said, this is all original. So again, you will see some wear and tear there where the paint looks like it might have some, you know, kind of like the stress cracks in it. But again, for a 1984, in excellent shape here. Let's go ahead and lift up on our hatch here now, and we'll show you inside the rear area here. So again, all of your seals, you can see how nice all that weather stripping and seals all look here. Again, meets right together here in the center. No chips, no chunks out of it. You're going to have, this looks like a little booklet here that is going to feature maybe not this car, but it's got a lot of information in it for the 300ZX. A full set of floor mats for it, which are in excellent condition there as well. Again, this is a hatch, just a two-seater. So again, nothing is missing here in case you're wondering if there's a rear seat. It did not have one. It's just a two-seat hatch. So that's pretty much it as far as the rear area of the car goes. That shuts nice and easy. Again, you do have your turbo badging back here on the rear trunk or rear hatch. Then we work our way around now to the passenger side of the car. Got your gas-filled door right here. Again, that pops open on the controls from inside the car. Again, you're just going to see the conditioning of the wheels and tires just on this side, as well as the rest of the car. You can see all of your gaps here. Nice, tight, good fitment here on all your panels. We'll go ahead and open up the door now on the passenger side. That way, again, you just get a good view of the interior from both sides. And again, looking at the seats there, you'll notice very nice embroidery work there on the backs of the seats. Turbo there with the fancy little work there right underneath the turbo. It's got headrests on it too. And these seats are fully adjustable. That not only do they move forward and backward, they do have a lever underneath that you're able to stiffen the bottom of the seats up a little bit. If you don't like it as stiff, you can let that down a little bit and make them even softer. It's got the handbrake in it there for the emergency brake. Again, all of your weather stripping and seals for your windows, for all of your doors, all in excellent condition on this car. We'll close this up, and now we'll walk around to the front of the car here. So of course, as we get to the front now, you're going to notice just that front end, the front balance here on the car, front bumper. Again, same thing kind of as the rear bumper. Again, no cracks in any of the panels or anything like that, but you do see kind of the aged look on the front bumpers there a little bit. Your black trim is in great shape. Of course, it's got the hideaway or flip up headlights here, which are functional and do work. The hood itself, great gaps all the way around. It does have a very nice windshield with no chips or cracks in it. Good set of wipers, and you see it does have that hood scoop here on the driver's side of the hood there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and pop this hood. It also is on a popper inside here, so let me do that for you. Okay, as you can see, that works. We'll come around and lift up on the hood, and then we'll talk about the driveline on this car. There we go. All right, so it is on a set of hood struts. and they do work. As you can see, it's holding the hood up nicely there. Underside of the hood, again, nothing has been redone on this car. This is all original, what we're seeing right now. So again, hood insulation is all intact. You don't see anything hanging down from the top of the hood. All your original decals and so forth are all there. And then of course the engine, again, this would be the original motor for the car. It is exactly what it says there right on top. It is a 3-liter turbocharged single overhead cam V6 motor. This thing runs great. It is turboed, like I said, so you're going to have tremendous throttle response on it. It is fuel injected. It's got the original heat and air unit on it. Nice valve covers on this thing too. Again, just everything underneath this hood is just like it was back in 1984. Nothing looks like it's, you know, been touched, modified, nothing like that. Like I said, in addition to the motor, it does have the automatic transmission, and it does have that push button overdrive on it. The rear end in the car is a 7.5-inch rear. It does have a 350 gear in it also. And just like I said, once we get to the underside video, you'll see how nice the floors and the frame and everything like that all are on this car. A car like this, I just don't see that you would want to change too much about it. But if you're looking at maybe one of our other videos, always keep in mind there are things that can be added to these cars. If there's any kind of components you would like to add to them, just feel free to shoot us a phone call, an email, or a text. Ask us, you know, anything you want to have added maybe. We'll be glad to get you a quote on that. Also, keep in mind that these cars, the retail price on them does include shipping. That's enclosed shipping anywhere within the 48 contiguous states, as well as it includes a 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty for these cars. So with that all said, we're going to go ahead and button this up here right now. We'll go ahead next, get this on our lift, show you the underside of the car, and then we'll actually start this up and let you hear what that turbo 3-liter motor sounds like. All right, folks, so here we are now. We've got our 1984 Datsun 300ZX here up on the lift. We're going to go through this just like we do all of our other cars, letting you know exactly what we have underneath here as far as running gear, drive line, steering, suspension components, and then also kind of going over the condition of the frame and the floors as we see it underneath here. So of course, starting up front here, I'm going to go with our front suspension on this car. So it does have a strut rod style front suspension. You can see your strut rods right here on either side, and the bushings here at the frame. Those are all in good condition. Even back here at the lower control arms where they mount up, everything looks all good and solid back there. It does have the front sway bar on it, as well as the rear sway bar, but we'll take a look at that when we get back there. And then as far as your suspension arms, those are just your stock stamped steel components. Again, that sway bar does have, looks to be like all fairly new, like urethane style bushings on it. So that's gonna, you know, help stiffen that front end up and keep it nice and tight. As far as the steering goes on this car, it's power steering. And according to what we have underneath here, looks like power rack and pinion on this car. Ball joints, tie rod ends, all that stuff, all in good shape on this car. Super clean too underneath here for an 84, by the way. So all of that looks good. It does have power brakes as well. It is disc brakes also, all 4 corners. So this car is going to stop very, very well for you. As far as the drive line on this car, we'll go over that right now. It does have the 3.0 liter V6 single overhead cam turbocharged motor. So, you know, back in the day, you know, these cars, you know, would really get it here, and they actually, it still performs very well to this day. Behind that motor, we do have an automatic transmission. It does have the overdrive in it. All your oil pan, transmission, the transmission pan itself all looks really dry underneath here. All the lines and so forth all look nice and dry too, and all sealed up there as well. Exhaust, as we get to that now, it's got your kind of your stock exhaust on it here. You can see the single exhaust coming down here. Looks to have the OEM catalytic converter on it. And then when we get towards the back, we'll look at the rest of the exhaust, the tailpipe, the muffler, and all that stuff. As far as the frame and floors go, as we can see underneath here, and again, it's not really dressed up all that pretty. It's just an original Survivor car here that's in really good shape. Your frame rail sections are in great shape. The floors, no holes, no nothing here, no patches in this car. It looks great underneath here. You can see all your stamped components here. All the bracing is all intact. Also, even your transmission mount here, your cross member, that is in good shape. All bolted in here. The mount here at the tail shaft of the transmission, that is in great shape too. All of your exhaust hangers and so forth, those are all present here as well. All of your heat shields and everything, those are all present, intact, and good and solid here as well. All of your brake lines all run together here, nice and neat along the one side of the car here, up over top of your frame sections here and to the back. For your rear brakes. Again, as I mentioned, these are disc brakes back here, and you can see up here, maybe from the camera angle there, it does have all the cables and everything all hooked up for the emergency brake there, and everything is all functional as well. As far as the rear end goes on this car, again, this is going to be the original rear end, 7.5-inch rear here, and this does have a 350 gear on it as well. The rear suspension, again, this is all factory stuff. You do have your sway bar back here, sway bar end links and bushings on both sides are getting great shape. All of your rubber brake line hoses and so forth, all in good condition. No cracks, no dry rotting, none of that. You can see your rear end here, you do have the telescoping drive axles here. And again, everything there is nice and dry on both sides all the way out to the wheels. As far as the wheels and tires go, we do have a set of Motorsport technology. These are the MT10 17-inch wheel, kind of the gold finish with the machined lip. It has that two-piece wheel design, almost looks like it anyways. And as far as the tires go, these are all new tires. They are 245/40 ZR17s on the car. And again, like I said, that rubber's in great shape. As far as finishing up our exhaust system, again, coming off of our OEM catalytic converter here, the tailpipe up over top of and underneath your axles here, out to the single muffler here with the dual exits here with the, looks like chrome bolt-on tips here as well. Your fuel tank looks to be in good shape. All your straps, all your mounting hardware, that's all in good condition as well. And then just to kind of go back to the rear suspension, just to finish that out, it does have a set of KYB gas adjust shocks. The springs in this car look to be fairly new. I'm trying to see a name brand on them. I really can't make it out too well from right here, but again, they look fairly new. So again, suspension should be really good. The struts up front, the gas shocks back here with the newer springs, it appears, should all be dialed in really nice on this car. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and lower this car down off of the lift now. We will go under the hood for you. We'll start this motor up and let you hear what that 3.0 liter turbocharged V6 sounds like on this vehicle.